Welcome to the Yeat 2093 tier list, which I've been enjoying this quite a lot because, I'm a big fan of sci-fi and futuristic type games and movies. So this project was right up my alley. I'm actually recording this video inside my giant Mars space rover that Elon hooked me up with. Let's go ahead and get right into this tier list. So the first song, Psycho CEO, was like the perfect intro, a perfect banger. I mean, we gotta throw it up there with the other, Yeat intros, Flawless, Teslas and Rovers, Poppin', all that. It needs to be in the conversation with those. He was just talking confident, he was talking his shit, you know what I'm saying? We know who he was talking about. September's rich when he says cut him off, we need some scissors. An amazing song, arguably one of the best songs right there. The next song is Power Trip, which this song is really cool because it has like 3 different parts to it. I just think Yeat's attention to song structure just leveled up completely on this project. I'm a fan of the middle section the most. I wish there was a transition going into the ending where you're kind of like floating. That was the part where Childish Gambino was kind of on the background vocals along with Yeat, just in a trance at the end of that song. But overall, a very strong start to the album because the next song is Breathe, which is again arguably the best song, a personal favorite of mine. I don't know if it's just that motorcycle revving up and whatnot, almost just putting me in as if I'm like in a cyberpunk game driving around on a motorcycle or a bike, but it was probably just like the bounce of this song where we got those dark kind of club, rave type songs, and this was a perfect example of that. Lots of replay value out of this one. His performance was goofy as well on the lyrics, almost squishy like a bug. Great start to the project with those top 3. I'm gonna go ahead and give more like a B because it's not a crazy standout for me. I like the addition of the intro and the outro with these synths sounding like you're getting, warped up and pulled up from a UFO by an alien. To me, more is just like a solid album song. It's the whole soundscape that you want from Yeat. I'm gonna go ahead and put Bought the Earth at the A tier. There was a couple attempts at him being more emotional and more open on some of these songs, and it was nice to break up the track list on a couple different tracks. A lot of people said this album's good because he's more sober now for this project, so maybe that helped in the creation and the creative process. You're not like so drugged out. But to continue, we get started right off the rip with Nothing Changed. I'm gonna put that at A tier. I'm gonna move Brought the Earth down to like B tier then. Nothing Changed was just the most braggadocious, flexing type of song on the project. I like the whole lazy kind of low voice robot type of flow that he used. Even gave a shout out to emo Jimmy Butler. Had to mention a SpaceX missile launch with Elon Musk as well in the lyrics there. I don't know, I really like this one. It's always been one of my favorites. As we speak, this was the one with Drake. I'd put this up at A. This song almost does sound like a cluster at times, so I think that Drake verse is perfect where it is. I mean, of course he's gonna deliver on a feature verse like that. He makes the song rewarding. I mean, they did stuff like add the opera intro at the beginning, which I thought was funny, but it was just cool to see Yeat bring Drake into his world on his album this time. I'd probably say I Don't Give an F was a tad better. I think You Should Know is honestly S tier. I find so much replay value out of this one. I think this one's the most underrated on the project, and it just shows that Yeat's still here to put out some bangers, even though if he's gonna try a few different things here and there or go for more theme and cinematic stuff on a few other songs, still shows he can pump out bangers. He's still himself at the end of the day. Then we get into Lifestyle, which he took a different approach with this collab here. Wayne, of course, did his job. I didn't even expect Wayne to know who Yeat was, which was kind of funny. This song had a lot heavier of a production compared to most, and I like that he didn't make it sound the exact same as some of the other songs. This is definitely a standout on the project for me. A solid A tier. Then you get into I Love It, which really just makes you move. Those female vocalists and whatnot. I love the energy of this track. I'm throwing up an S tier. I've been playing it a lot. I need to just get like drugged out at a party to this song and just get lost for the rest of the evening. Pretty much same thing that I said for Breathe. It's just a very great performance over a more clubby type of song, and so I love that Yeat expanded his sound into that. He's done it just a tad before, kind of teasing it just slightly. Then you got Tell Me, which is a solid performance overall. I feel like the drums in there, were kind of Kanye-esque. And if we're compared to Kanye's discography, a lot of people called this Yeat's Yeezus. And then just the strings he added at the end are just so beautiful. Just nice touches and splashes around the track list to make this album better. I really appreciated. I don't really like the lyrics on this one. He's talking about, the devil and hell a lot on this track, and, sounds like an Anakin Skywalker, anthem when he went over to the dark side, kind of. Track 12 is Shade, which this one's just got some crazy Mike Dean synths or something going on. Now there's like big thumping 808s and a switch up on the second half of the song, which I feel like that was kind of his tactic to switch things up, keep us entertained because it was a very long 24 track album. I do like the first half more when we're kind of floating around in space. I will also throw that song into A tier as well. I'm gonna put Never Quit at C. I like the idea of it. It's almost like a rock song in a way where it's more futuristic, still having 808s 808s and hi-hats and whatnot in there. But the electric guitar in it was cool. I get the idea of it. This one was added along with the Drake track. Honestly, I would have just added the Drake feature, not really this one, because I liked the other tracks around it that I've been talking about more than Never Quit. I really didn't need this one. Next up is Keep Pushing, which I'm just gonna put at B. Nice album song. It's the exact soundscape you want. Can be repetitive at times. It's one of the shorter tracks on there. That long intro kind of sounds like your ship's landing on a new planet or whatnot, but I don't know. I like this one being more upbeat. Then you got Riot and Set It Off. I don't know if this is like some techno stuff or what, but this song's grown on me a lot. Maybe it's because I watched that music video, which was one of the craziest videos Yeat's ever put out. And those synths on the end, I guess, would be on the Set It Off portion. The dun dun dun. It's so sick, man. It's just, what an epic song. And then on Team CEO, I'll throw it up in B. It's kind of, we get back to those more bouncy, I don't know, alien trap house type of songs. I like how Yeat took a CEO type of character and started talking about him, or maybe even in different perspectives he was talking as the CEO. And when he has bars like, you know, I'm the ghost of this motherfucking spaceship and stuff, it just really puts you into the whole theme of the album. And 2093, which could be a little repetitive, maybe could have even been combined with Team CEO, because I feel like they had very similar topics. This to me was almost like the interlude of the project, I want to say, but the high-pitched background noise he had, I don't know, that legit could be an alien. Then we go to Stand On It to trek along in the second half of this product. I will say I probably like the first half a tad more, but it's not like the album fell off completely. But I'm gonna put Stand On It right up in A tier. I've been playing this album non-stop. I'm not just trying to meat ride so hard and just put everything up in S. I'm trying to be more critical nowadays with these tier lists. Future could have been mixed a tad better. That's all I gotta say. He's delivered verses like that before. His flow is hard. I love the fact that they shared the chorus on there as well. And I just love the fact that Yeat only strictly collabed with GOATs. Wayne, Future, Drake. Then we get Familia, which was one that actually grew on me a lot. I'm gonna throw it up in A tier, and I just think the chorus is nice. You know, the millions for millions, buildings for buildings. I don't know, you know, it just kind of caught on for me. It's nothing overly too crazy. It's a good album song. I'm gonna give Mr. In Between It just a B tier, and that's probably because I do think the production and that kind of industrial futuristic sound we knew we were getting almost kind of carried for me. Kind of like two parts to it, you know, the first half and the second half. It's got a good song progression still, and I'd say the same thing for Psycho Kane, which has grown on me a lot. And I don't know where these future aliens are getting Psycho Kane. That sounds crazy. They got some hard drugs in the future, I guess. But it was him adding the flow switches that made this song catch on, and he had distortion on a lot of his vocals on a lot of the songs as well to just spice up the vocals and just keep us entertained throughout the track list. Run They Mouth, great performance from Yeat. This is that high energy banger that you want from Yeat. He can't stop talking about his balls, which is funny enough, but again, you know, he's just talking about September's Rich once again. It was also cool to see him shout out his other albums on the line. I was alive for 4L, but it's up to me after now, which was really cool. I don't know how Yeat got on Mount Rushmore, but honestly, Yeat is a founding father at this point to me. Then we have a couple tracks left, and I'm gonna throw If We Being Real into B tier. It was a very, very consistent album. This song sounds like I woke up in the Garden of Eden, being more emotional on things, giving different sides of Yeat, opening up a little bit. It was nice to hear. Then on the last track, 1093, I'm gonna put that up in my S tier. That's probably my top 5 standouts. It's very beautiful as well. It was a great end cap to this album that I really always wanted from Yeat. I always wanted him to move into this type of album, make this futuristic sound and theme, and do this whole rollout for it. But that's how my tier list is looking. I pretty much enjoyed damn near every song, which is crazy because I know how many tracks it is. Put together his most complete album he's ever been, and he's slowly gotten better and better at that each and every project, so it's cool to see his growth as an artist. Most importantly though, Yeat gave us an experience and one of the best albums this year. I'm putting this like album of the year right now. I know it's only February, so chill. But comment down below your guys' favorite tracks, fill out the tier list, send it to me. I have a Twitter, Instagram, go check me out there. Subscribe to my second channel for reactions as well, please, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.